Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day four of the European Classic Powerlifting Championships taking place in Västerås, just outside Stockholm in Sweden. We are on day four of 10 of the championships. We are on day two of four of the junior championships. If you were with us yesterday, you would have seen some fantastic performances. And we finished with a great men's 74 kilo class to earn a fantastic end a fantastic day. Today it's all about the ladies, and we have all the most competitive classes for you in one package. What have we got? Well, coming up, we have junior women, 57 and 63 kilo classes, and they will go back to back with each other. Then this afternoon, 1500 hours, we have the junior women 69 kilo class, and that is so competitive, and we have so many entries. The one class has had to be split into two groups, and then at 18:30 this evening, 11 women battle it out for the title of European junior champion in the women's 76 kilo class. It promises to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. My favorite class before the weight change was the women's 72s. It often delivered the best battles and the best performances of the week. And now that's been split up, and we've got the 69s and we've got the 76s, and we're now spoilt for choice in terms of the competition. The first lifter up is Zoe Coyne from Belgium. As you can see, she's 23 years old. She's only been competing for 1 year, and she is opening today's proceedings with a squat of 115 kilos.
Squat. Right.
And that looks good. And we get the competition underway with 3 white lights. Now, Mia Ramberg Storstad from Norway is up next, and she is opening with 122.5 kilos.
Squat. Up here. Right.
That looks good as well. And 3 more white lights. And she walks off to applause from the coach. And next up is Rachel Moore from Great Britain, and she will take 127.5 kilos. And the French lifter Graticus, who follows, will be on the same weight.
Squat.
Oh, that's lovely indeed. Had to fight a little bit to take it up. And that's good. 3 white lights, and she's on the board. And the same weight will be on the bar for Leah Graticus from France. As you can see, her personal best, 137.5. So opening 10 kilos below that seems a very reasonable place to start.
Squat.
And that was lovely and smooth. And 3 white lights. Alice Mendini from Italy will be next on the platform. She'll be starting with 132.5 kilos. As we see Graticus's lift being replayed. And there is Alice Mendini, 20 years old, been competing for 3 years. 132.5 kilos on the bar.
Scott. Right. In.
Yes, that looks good as well for Mendini. And 3 white lights. Katarina Nazarova from Russia will be next on the platform. The next 3 lifters will all take 135 as their opener. There's Nazarova with a PB of 140, taking 5 kilos below that.
Scott. Right.
She had to fight it up, but it looks good. And yes, 3 white lights for Nazarova. Edelman from Austria is up next on the same weight as we said. And Brachmann from Netherlands will follow. She'll be on 135 as well. But this is Edelman. PB 137.5 on the bar, 135.
Scott. Right. In.
And that looks good again. And yes, 3 white lights. And Janeka Brachmann from the Netherlands will also take 135.
Scott.
Knees come in, but she manages to keep it going. That looks good. And 3 white lights. Emily Finnern from Germany will be the last but one lifter out in the first round. And she will open on 145 kilos. Again, 5 kilos below her personal best.
Scott. Right. In.
And that looked very strong. 3 white lights, 1 more lifter in the first round, and another 12.5 kilos goes in the bar. Jade Jacob from France will be attempting 157.5 kilos as her opener. You see her PB, 171.5. That is the existing world record, junior world record, I hasten to add. And I wonder, does she have ambitions to tackle that record once she gets an opener in?
Squat.
Hop, on accélère. Bouge plus.
Oh wow, how easy was that for the heaviest opener of the round. 3 white lights, and I didn't want to tempt fate any earlier, but I can now say every lifter has a green light against their name, and every lifter has had 3 white lights. We've been off to a great start, and as you can see, Jacobs leads from Finnern and Edelman. And one of the questions we ask is, where will Jacobs go with her second and third attempts? I suspect she'll want to put more kilos on the board first, but may attack the record in the third round. Now, this is Zoe Coyne from Belgium again. She's taking 120 kilos.
Squat.
And she's had to struggle up, and we wait for the referees. And it is a good lift. 3 white lights. And Rachel Moore from Great Britain is next on 132.5 kilos. Ramberg Storstad will follow her on the same weight. 23 years old, and many of these lifters, their last ever junior competition.
Perfect. Much better.
Squat.
Having to work, but I think that's good. She smiles at the top, wait for the referee's confirmation, and no, well, 2 of the referees have given it a blue light for downward movement. Watch again, look at the background of the bar. That helps see if it's gone down at all. Well, it stopped. I honestly didn't see any downward movement, but I haven't got the view that the referees have. Now, Mia Ramberg Storstad, same weight, 132.5 kilos.
Squat. Skyven upp. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen.
Oh, and she's had to work as well. And she gets a blue light from the centre referee, but it's good, 2-1. And Leah Graticus from France, next up, 135 kilos on the bar. And she's 22, as you see. She's coming in 2.5 kilos below her personal best.
On se remet en route.
And she has another full year to go as a junior.
Squat.
Allez, pression, hein. On appuie, réaction. Allez, on relance.
Rest. In.
And that looked good. And 3-5 lights. Alice Mendini from Italy is up next. The next 4 lifters, all taking 140 kilos. And as we say, Mendini from Italy is the first of those. Looked very strong on her opener. Will 7.5 kilos make much difference? Well, a little bit, but it looks strong still. No, it was high. All 3 referees called it high. Let's see from the replay. Now, Nazarova from Russia, also 140 kilos. We've seen this young lady for so many years. It's hard to believe she's only 21, not in terms of appearance, obviously, but just in terms of longevity, because we've followed her since she was a young sub-junior.
Стало здесь.
Squat.
Не работай.
And we've seen that patented hair flick so many times. And she works it back up. And it is a good lift, but 2-1. The center referee didn't think it was deep enough.
Follow it. Follow it.
And it was right in the border. One of those that could have gone either way, but she gets it 2-1. And her weight remains at 140 kilos for Janeka Brachmann, Netherlands. Looked really good with her opener. And looks really good with her second as well. And 3 white lights for Brachmann. Now Emily Finnern from Germany will be up next. Sorry, this is Brachmann. My apologies. That was the Austrian lifter that we just saw. So many lifters doing the same weight, but this is Janeka Brachmann now from the Netherlands. It was Edelman we just saw. My apologies to her.
Squat.
Oh, and she's having to battle, and up it comes. We wait for the referees, and it's 3 white lights for Brachmann. Now Emily Finnern from Germany, and the bar goes up to 150 kilos.
Box loaded.
Fest einspannen.
Again, she looked really good with her opener.
Stehen, tief atmen.
Squat. Rack. In.
And brought that up very strongly as well. And 3 white lights for Fernand. And finally in the second round it's Jade Jacob. As we suspected, she hasn't gone straight for the world record. She's gone to build kilos first of all. Her second attempt, 167.5 kilos, which puts her within 4 kilos of the world record. So if this goes well, I think we can expect an attempt in the world record in the third round.
Squat.
Hop, accélère, allez, 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 allez.
Bouge plus. Rack.
Oh
In.
boy, there is plenty more there. What a great squat from Jade Jacob. And at the end of the second round, Jacob leads with 167.5 kilos. Finnern from Germany, second place with 150. 3 lifters on 140, but on body weight, Edelman from Austria is in the bronze medal position from Nazarova and Brachmann. With Graticus from France, another 5 kilos behind. We're into the third round. This is Zoe Coyne from Belgium, 122.5 kilos on the bar. No, she just shakes her head at the bottom, says that's not going to come back up on the platform. Cool, jumping to help her. Next up, we'll have Rachel Moore from Great Britain. She missed her second one 2-1. Two of the referees called it in depth. One thought it was good. So Rachel will just need to go marginally deeper. 132.5 kilos on the bar.
Scott.
Well, that looked deeper to me. Can't you bring it back up? It's a good fight. We'll wait for the referees, and yes, 3 white lights, and she is delighted. Now, Mia Margaret Ramberg Storstad, to give her full name, comes out to tackle 135 kilos, representing Norway. Only a 2.5 kilo jump from second to third. She must have felt close to her limit on the second, and she was very happy to get it. Can she go 2.5 kilos more? Oh no, no. She was on her limit at the second. I think she knew it, but she got the most she could possibly get on the day. And the bar goes up to 140 kilos for Alice Mendini. She missed this lift last time. The weight was never a problem for her. It was depth. And she, like the British lifter Moore, just needs to go a little bit deeper. And surely she has. She brings it back up well. And the referees say, good lift. 3 white lights for Mendini. Now, Graticus from France, also 140 on the bar for her. Jump of 5 kilos from second to third, following a jump of 7.5 kilos from first to second. So if she makes this, she'll have covered quite a bit of distance over the course of the 3 lifts.
Scott.
Alors, on cherche le point. Allez. Allez, on relance. Allez, le dos. Allez.
And she battles that up well, and the referees say that that is a good lift. 3 white lights, and she celebrates. Now we go to Nazarova from Russia, 142.5 kilos for the next 3 lifters, and I have to make sure I don't miss one out this time. So this is Nazarova. 21-year-old Russian.
Молодец. Закрепилась. Ждешь команду.
Scott.
Работай. Опа.
Right.
Oh, and that was just too much. And the weight remains the same for Anja Edelman from Austria. And greetings to all our friends in Austria who haven't been able to get here this week and are watching from home. Is to go from 5th to 3rd. No, oh, I thought she had it, and she just couldn't get it through that sticking point. So Janeka Brachmann from my apologies, from the Netherlands, also 142.5 kilos on the bar. And this would take her from 7th to 3rd. No, and just too much. And there are 2 lifts to go. Emily Finnern will take 152.5 kilos, a weight that she missed last time. No, sorry, she did not miss last time. She's made good progress. She did 150 last time. She opened on 145. And then we will see a world record attempt from Jade Jacob. But this is Finnern to go 3 from 3. She is the silver medalist in squat.
Scott.
Oh, that looks good. That's a battle. She smiles at the top and she gets 3 white lights. Fist pumps the coach. She's had a really good day. And now our first world record attempt of the day as Jade Jacob from France attacks her own world record. She could have gone 172, but no, she's gone straight to 173. Gives her the chip, which could be vital to the final total. This is 173 kilos on the bar for Jade Jacob. For a new junior world record. To add 1.5 kilos to her own record. Oh, it's deep enough. It's coming up. No, no. It was just too much. What a brave attempt. And she was so strong at 167.5 in her second attempt. But just couldn't bring it up. She got it moving. And just to summarize before we move into the 63 kilo class, it's the gold to Jacob, it's the silver to Finnern. Mendini from Italy is one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lifters in 140. She takes the bronze on body weight. And we are into flight 2, the 63s. And this is Jin Jones from Ireland, 115 kilos on the bar. That looks good. And 3 white lights. And next up we'll have Lucia Sanchez Capilla from Spain. And she will be opening with 122.5 kilos.
Scott.
Yes, that looks good. Didn't ask any questions of the referees. And 3 white lights. Now we have Isaksen Victoria Backlund from Denmark. Up next. She's been competing for 4 years. And my apologies for getting her names the wrong way around. It is Victoria that is the correct name. Victoria Backlund Isaksen, 127.5 kilos.
Scott. Right.
Oh, that looked very easy. and 3 white lines. Now Justyna Jarek from Poland will be next up, and the bar will go to 130 kilos.
Scott. Right.
And that looks good. And 3 white lines. And we see replay that she finds death. Now Sonny van der Plug from the Netherlands will be up next. 132.5 kilos on the bar.
Scott. Right.
And that looks good. Nice confident opener. More in the tank. 3 white lines. Now Katarina Malkova from Russia will be up next. 135 kilos. And she looks up to tell the referee she's ready. Oh, lovely depth. Brought it back up well. Should be 3 white lights. And it is. And Tara Piggott of Great Britain will be next up. Same weight. 135 kilos. And the other British lifter, Amy Weiner, will be next up. But this is Piggott, 135 kilos.
Scott. Right.
Oh, that was very strong. But it got 1 red. It's a good lift. But the far side referee called it in depth. And if we look again, well, on the border, could have gone either way, but she gets it 2-1. And now Amy Weiner, also representing Great Britain, on the bar, 140 kilos.
Scott. Right.
She brought it up well. And it is 3 white lights for Weiner. And the bar will go up to 142.5 kilos for Immaculada Soto Ruiz from Spain. And lots of encouragement for the Spanish lifter. The coach Coach looks on.
Squat.
Oh, lovely indeed. No question about that. She smiles and she gets 3 white lights. Now we've got Alba Bostrom from Sweden. Next, one of 2 lifters opening on 150 kilos.
Squat.
And that comes up well. And 3 white lights. Now, Rosnia Kovacs from Hungary is next up. 150 kilos on the bar.
Squat. Rack. In.
And that looks good. Puts her into second place, just behind the Swede on body weight. And the bar goes up to 160 kilos for the French lifter Delos, Ludovindelos from France. And there are 2 more lifters to go in the first round. Big class this, and they are both Italian. This is Ludovindelos. Just composing herself, getting herself mentally ready for the challenge that she faces.
Squat. Rack. In.
And that looks good. And 3 white lights. As we say, 2 more lifters to go. They're both Italian, and only 2.5 kilos separates their openers. First up will be Sara Naldi on 167.5 kilos. Her PB is 181, which at the time was a record. The record has gone up to 183.
Squat.
Oh, that was a great lift from Naldi. So deep. 3 white lights. And the final lifter out in the first round is Bernardi Kiara, also from Italy. And she is the current world record holder. What a battle we're going to have in squats. The current world record holder and the lifter that she took the record from, and both from the same country. Oh, just sit back and enjoy this. This is 170 kilos. This to take the lead at the end of round 1. Where could this go?
Squat.
Oh, that was easy. Three white lights, and battle is joined in the women's junior 63s, and we move into the second round, and it's Jin Jones from Ireland first up, 122.5. As we just look at the scoreboard, well, that's the 57s that we're seeing. And yeah, the 63s are down at the bottom. And this is Jade Jones, 122.5 kilos.
Right. In.
And the referees say we're waiting. Yes, it's a good lift. 3 white lights. Now Sanchez Capilla, she's taken the weight up to 130 kilos, which will equal her personal best.
Squat. Right.
Oh, she just lost balance backwards. I thought she had it and she just started moving backwards. That is a no lift. I think she may be able to come back and get that next time. No, this is Victoria Backlund Isaacson from Denmark, and this will be a new personal best. 132.5 kilos on the bar. She opened just below it. For the second, she's going just above her personal best, which was 130. Will it be 132 after this lift?
Squat. Right. In.
And she smiles as she gets to the top. 3 white lights, and she is happy. She walks off the European stage with a new squat personal best and another lift still to go to push it even higher. Justyna Jarek from Poland is next, 137.5 kilos.
Squat.
Oh, and she fights it all the way up. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights for Jarek. Malkova from Russia, one of 2 lifters out on 140. Van der Plug will lift the same weight after her. And Malkova still 5 kilos below her personal best, which is 145. She looked very strong with her opener. It takes a long time to get set up. Has her own routine, goes into her own bubble, gets in the zone.
Squat.
Oh, she had to work, but that looks good. Yes, 3 white lights for Malkova. Now Sane van der Plug will tackle the same weight. And then she will be followed by the 2 British lifters. Lots of encouragement for the Dutch lifter. 140 kilos on the bar. She looked really good in the opener. She's taken a big jump from first to second.
Squat.
Oh, and it is just too much. She will come again, but that is a no lift for Van der Plug. And the weight goes up to 142.5 kilos for Tara Piggott from Great Britain.
I don't attend. Follow that. Squat. Right.
Well, she took a 7.5 kilo jump as well. She's managed to bring it back up, and she gets it 2-1. Good lift. Center referee didn't like the depth. Both the side referees were happy with it. And the other British lifter, Amy Weiner, follows. 147.5 kilos on the bar. Also taking 7.5 kilo jump, but still some way below her personal best.
Squat. Right.
Well, she brings that up well. And the referees say good lifts. 2-1. Again, one of the referees not happy with the depth, as indicated by the small red under the big red, but the other two thought it was fine, and it is good. Now, Inmaculada Soto Ruiz from Spain is up next. 152.5 kilos. She's taken a 10 kilo jump.
Eso es. Quieta.
Squat.
Arriba. Sigue, 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 sigue. Hey, hey.
Right. In.
And she smiles. She knows it's good. And the referees all agree, 3 white lights. And the bar goes up to 155 kilos for Alba Bostrom from Sweden. And wait till you hear the noise when she walks onto the platform. This will equal her personal best.
Squat.
And she smiles. She started smiling when she was halfway up. And we wait for the referee's lights, and they are all white.
Follow that.
And the weight goes up to 165 kilos. Sorry, 160 kilos. For Aleta from Hungary. Huge weight.
Squat.
Oh, she handles that really well. That's 3 white lights. But she is up against the reigning world record holder, the former world record holder, and a really, really top French lifter.
One on it.
And this is now Ludovindelos,
Allez.
165 kilos.
Fort.
Already in third place on body weight from the Hungarian. This will make that bronze medal a little bit more secure.
Allez.
Scott.
Allez.
Oh, it's lovely and deep. And she battles that back up. Should be good. And yes, 3 white lines. And now the two Italians. Naldi out first. She's done 177.5 kilos. Bernardi will follow with 180. This is Sara Naldi.
Restano.
Squat PB 181, the former world record.
Solida.
Scott. Sit-toi. Vai, 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 vai.
Oh, she's battling. That looks good. And 3 white lights for Naldi. And now Bernardi will come back with 180 kilos to retake the lead. And just form your own judgments on how much you think each lifter will have left. And of course, Naldi can't wait to see this. The next attempt has to be put in within 1 minute, and that clock is ticking down to 10 seconds. This is Bernardi, 180 kilos, to put her within 3 kilos of the world record. Oh, wow. Oh, speechless. That was better than her opener. That is 180 kilos on the bar for a 63 kilo junior woman, and it went up like an empty bar. And as you can see, at the end of the round, Bernardi leads from Naldi, Delos 165, Aleta from Hungary close behind with 160, but she is heavier than Delos. Bostrom 5 kilos further back. And this is Sanchez Capilla, and she was out really quickly. She gets 3 white lights. If you remember, she lost balance last time. She almost went backwards, got caught by the spotters, put that right, had a good battle with the bar, and gets 3 white lights for her efforts. Jin Jones from Ireland next, 130 kilos. Big jump from 122.5, and a huge jump from her opener of 115.
Scott.
And a new personal best if she makes this. Oh, she's fighting,
Right.
and she brings it up, and we wait for the referees. And they say, good lift. And there is more Irish delight as she leaves with 3 white lights and a new personal best. Now, Isaksen from Denmark will be the next lifter. Victoria Backlund Isaksen, 140 kilos on the bar. Well, the 132.5 of the second round was a personal best. This will take it up to 140.
Good. Right.
And she smiles. And she gets 3 white lights and more joy. And as we say, it's not just about the medals. All lifters have their own targets. They know what they want to achieve from the championships. And you can tell from the delight that the Danish lifter got exactly what she wanted today. Now, Van der Plug, she jumped from 132.5 to 140, didn't quite make it. She has one more attempt.
Good.
Oh, it's coming. No, no. Just hit the same sticking point, I'm afraid. And that is a no lift. And we move on to Katarina Malkova from Russia. 142.5 kilos on the bar for the next 2 lifters. She looked really powerful at 135. She had to work a lot harder to get her 140. Clearly feels she's pretty near her limit, so she's put the minimum 2.5 kilos on. Can she squeeze another 2.5 kilos out
Good.
to add to her total? Oh, yes, that was a great lift from Malkova. That certainly looked easier. It's 3 white lights. It certainly looked easier than her second lift. Great lifting from the Russian. And the same weight is on the bar for Jarek from Poland, 142.5 kilos. And her PB coming in was 135. She got a 2.5 kilo PB with her second attempt, and this is to push it up another 5 kilos.
Good.
She makes depth and she battles it up all the way. Oh, that looks good. And 3 white lights is her reward for the battle. And once again, she has not got a medal, but there is sheer delight at the scope of the personal achievement. Well done to her. Now, the 2 British lifters are next. First up is Tara Piggott, 145 kilos on the bar.
Good. Yes, go. Let's go.
So that looks good. Wait for the referees. Well, she gets 3 white lights. And I think both her other lifts, she may have got 1 red and 2 whites. That was her best lift. And it was her heaviest lift. Now, Amy Weiner, Great Britain as well, 152.5 kilos on the bar, only 2.5 kilos shy of her personal best. And it's amazing that a lift of 152.5 kilos in a junior women's 63 will only be good enough for 7th place. But such is the quality of the competition today.
Right.
No,
Right.
just too much. And the bar goes up to 157.5 kilos for the next two lifters. And without wanting to distract from what's about to go onto the platform, I can tell you both Italians have posted world record attempts. This is Alba Bostrom, Sweden, 157.5 kilos. This will keep her in 5th place. No, no, she was very close to her limit the last time, and the extra proved too much. Now, Immaculata Soto Ruiz, 157.5 kilos on the bar. This will move her from 6th to 5th place.
Eso es. Paso, paso, quieta.
Squat.
Oh, she's battling, she's battling. What a good fight. And 3 white lights is the reward, and there is more joy on the platform. And there are 3 lifts to go. Sorry, 4 lifts to go. This is Aleta from Hungary. The next 2 lifters both on 167.5. This will push the Hungarian into 3rd place. She's had to take a big jump of 7.5 kilos to try and secure that 3rd position.
Squat.
Oh, she's fighting, she's battling. That's a great lift. And she gets 3 white lights, and she moves into 3rd place in a completely stacked squat competition here in the 63s. But Ludovindelos will come back with the same weight, and this will move her. She's just been pushed down to 4th. This will move her back to 3rd. She is lighter body weight than the Hungarian. It's only 2.5 kilos more than her 2nd round attempt. It's for the bronze medal.
Squat.
No, she made the depth. She couldn't bring it back up. And bronze goes to Hungary. Gold and silver goes to Italy. But we don't know in which order, because we now have 2 successive world record attempts. First of all, Sara Naldi, and she has nominated 183.5 kilos for a new world junior squat record. The former world record holder looking to regain the record.
Scott.
Oh, it's coming up, it's coming. She smiled before the top, and we'll just get the referee's confirmation. That is 3 white lights, and Naldi is overjoyed. She is the new world record holder. She takes the lead in the competition. But how long will the world record stand for? Because Bernardi has put 186 kilos on the bar, and if she gets this, she is the squad gold medalist, and she gets the world record back. And she's applauded onto the platform by all 5 of the platform crew. She stalks the bar, she screams, she focuses. She goes to the place mentally where she needs to go to lift this kind of weight. A weight she's never lifted before on the platform. For a new world record and for squat gold. Oh, she's brought that up well. It looked good to me. And it looked good to the referees. She got 2 white lights. And that is the new world record. 186 kilos. And Bernardi is the gold medalist in an absolutely fantastic squat competition. And we'll see the summary just before we go to a break. And you can see there, Bernardi, with a new world record of 186 kilos, takes the gold medal. Sara Naldi, who held the world record for approximately, 90 seconds, takes the silver with 183.5. And it may be distant third, but it was still a fantastic third from Aleti from Hungary, who jumped 7.5 kilos to make 167.5 kilos and take the bronze medal away from Delos of France, who finished with 165 kilos. What a fantastic squat session the 57s and the 63s have put on for us. Next is the bench press. You can see the clock ticking down just below 9 minutes. Join us for that. It promises to be wonderful. and welcome back to the European Classic Powerlifting Championships from Västerås in Sweden. Uh, what a squat session we have just witnessed. I'm sure most of you watching just now will have been here earlier. If anyone is just joining us, go back and watch it on the Euro Powerlifting YouTube channel when you got the opportunity to. It's always better, in my humble opinion, to see medals being awarded because lifts have been made rather than because other people have failed to make lifts. And we saw two Italian lifters both make world records in a fantastic battle that will no doubt continue as the day goes on. But now it is on to the bench press. It is all junior women today. If you're just joining us, it's the 57 and the 63 kilo classes back to back. We are about to go with the 57s. And this is the first lifter out. It's Zoe Coyne from Belgium, and there's 65 kilos on the bar.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks good. And three white lights. Rachel Moore from Great Britain will be next out with 77.5 kilos on the bar.
All of it.
And her PB, as you can see, is 85. She's opening 7.5 kilos below that.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks good. And she got a yellow. And if we look at the replay, we might see what that was for. Yeah, the butt came up very, very marginally. And it's easy to understand why one referee would give it and one referee wouldn't. And this is Alice Mendini from Italy, one of four lifters to open on 85 kilos.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks good. And the platform crew will be happy that they don't have to change the bar weight because Nazarova will come out to face the same weight, as will Jacob and Graticus.
Replace.
Well, she didn't get the start command. I don't think the right arm was fully locked. The rules say if you don't give the start command within 5 seconds of the lifter having the bar should be re-racked. You can see the time. No, she's not straightening that right arm, is she? And she has been timed out. Well, that's unfortunate. And that was Nazarova. And we have Jade Jacob from France next. Fresh, fresh from her spectacular performance in the squat. That squat has put her well clear.
Start. Pass. Rack.
And that looked good. No, she got yellows from both side referees. One would imagine the butt came up. Just watch.
Follow then.
Well, the referee was watching, uh, and as a result of that, we couldn't see. But I imagine that's what it was for. Now, Leah Graticus from France, also on 85, the last of the four lifters to come out on this weight.
Allez, entre le vent, bien sur tes appuis. Prends le temps de te placer.
Start. Pass.
Allez, 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 allez.
Rack.
And that looked good. And 3 white lights for Graticus. And bar goes up to 95 kilos for the next two lifters. Ramberg Storstad from Norway will be next onto the platform. Norwegian junior record holder with 100.5 kilos. And she opens 5.5 kilos below that. Of course, you can't chip the bar for a national record in international competition. And she sinks down.
Start.
It's
Pass.
a start command.
Rack.
And that looks good. And 3 white lights for Ramberg Storstad. Now, Brachmann from the Netherlands, 95 kilos. We put her in second place in the bench press on body weight, and there will be 2 to follow.
Start. Pass. Rack.
Oh, that looks good. No, it was yellows again. Let's have a look. Did the butt come off the bench? Was that the reason? Well, once again, we can't tell. But it is a no lift now. Anja Edelmann from Austria, 97.5 kilos on the bar. She is the last but one in the first round. Finnern from Germany will follow.
Start. Pass. Rack.
Oh, great lift from Edelman. Yeah, 3 white lights. There's always that slight hesitation that you worry yellows may come, but that looked so impressive. And there is one more, and it's Emily Finnern from Germany, 105 kilos on the bar. Just for information, the European and World Junior record is 120.5 kilos. And if Finnern were thinking of a record, that's what she would have to go beyond. But all she's thinking of at the moment is getting bench press gold and putting as many kilos on her total as she possibly can.
Start. Pass. Rack.
No! Well, I'm not sure what went wrong there, but there was no real. No, she just lost tension. couldn't maintain the tension, lost, she had nothing to drive against, and she will hope to put that right. But at the moment, Edelman from Austria leads with 97.5 kilos. Ramberg Storstad is second with 85, and the best with 95, sorry, and the best of the 85s on body weight is Mendini from Italy. Four lifters have not yet registered a lift, and we're into the second round. And it's Zoe Coyne from Belgium, 70 kilos on the bar, five more than her opener, and that is a good lift again. Well, the referee's lights haven't come up. Just waiting for the center referee to press his light, or maybe there's a problem. Here we go. And it is three white lights. Now Rachel Moore from Great Britain. Her PB is 85 kilos on the bar, but her second attempt is 80. 23-year-old Rachel has been competing for 4 years. And the bar loaded sign is made, and she comes out.
Start. Press.
Oh, she managed to rescue that. I thought she was gone. What do the referees say? She gets two yellows. I'm guessing that she lifted her butt when she was trying to rescue it. Yeah, there it comes. And that is a no lift that almost deserves better because of the fight. Now we got Nazarova. She missed her opener. If you remember, she was timed out. She didn't get the start command. My reading of it was that her right arm wasn't fully extended, and the center referee would not give the start command as a result. Just watch the right arm.
Start.
See, that still doesn't come.
Press.
Oh, she got the command this time and made it look easy. And she gets three white lights. Feet slipped slightly, but that's fine as long as they stay on the floor. Jade Jacob from France, 85 kilos on the bar for her as well.
Start. Press. Right.
Oh, that looks good. And three white lights. Well, she was one of the ones with a red light against her name that has made good second time. So was Nazarova, as we mentioned, and there are two more to come. Mengini is not one of them. She was successful with 85 kilos, and now she is taking 90. The 85 has her in third place on body weight.
Start.
This won't improve her, it will protect the third place.
Right.
And that looks good as well. And three white lights for the Italian. Graticus from France will be next on 90 kilos. Also taking a 5 kilo jump from 85 to 90. and this will put her into bronze medal position.
Start. Press. Right.
No. And that is a no lift for the French lifter. Now Janeka Brachmann from the Netherlands, 95 kilos on the bar. She missed this as well. She's coming to retake it.
Duws in de bank, hè? Duws in de bank.
Start. Press. Right.
Oh, that's much better. And that should be good. Yes, 3 white lights. And we move on to Mia Ramberg Storstad from Norway. 100 kilos on the bar for her. This will put her into the lead with 2 lifters to follow.
Start. Press. Right.
Oh, that looked very good. And she gets it 2-1. She got a red light from one of the referees with a small yellow. Normally that would be for buttocks off the bench. I didn't see any evidence of that. Maybe it was something different, but this is Anja Edelman. She's having a great day today, the Austrian. And she's taking 102.5 kilos. And this would put her into the lead ahead of the Norwegian with only Finnern to go. Great bench press position.
Press. Right.
Well, it was a very quick press command. No, it wasn't. It was a touch and go bench press, and I think those 2 yellows were for jumping the command because the power was certainly there. But I couldn't hear the referee, but I was amazed at how quick the press was. Now Emily Finnern, the last lifter out, she missed this last time. If you remember, she just lost the tension from the body before she was able to press. I'm sure the power is there. She just has to maintain that position.
Replace.
And now she's been told that the grip was too wide. And she's had to replace the bar. And it's ticking down towards 10 seconds. Oh, I'm getting very worried because it's all about body position.
Start. Press.
And now she gets the command. No! Oh dear, dear, dear. She is in all sorts of trouble. And she has to go back and talk to her coaches, and they have got one more chance to put this right. And that just seemed too heavy this time. Last time there was more of an obvious reason for it. Well, Ramberg Storstad leads with 100. Edelman is in second place, although she pressed it. She got 2 reds, and Brachmann third place on 90 kilos with the German lifter with the heaviest opener still to register a lift. So this is Zoe Coyne, third attempt, 72.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump.
Start. Press.
She's fighting, she's fighting. Oh, that's a great fight. And 3 white lights is her reward. And Rachel Moore is out next. She missed 80 kilos in the second round. She's taking it again this time. A little bit below her personal best. But all the traveling and lifting early morning and sleeping in a different bed, eating different food, it can all mount up. So can she make 80 at the second time of asking?
Start. Press.
Much better. And whatever went wrong last time has been put right this time. And she walks off with 3 white lights. Now, Katarina Nazarova, 90 kilos on the bar for her, 90 kilos in fact for the next 3 lifters. And a reminder, at the end of this round of bench press, we go straight into flight 2. That's the junior women's 63 kilo class. Now, Nazarova had problems with her first one. She got her second one in. And she go heavy.
Start. Press. Rest.
Yes, she can is the answer. And I think she was right on her limit there, but she gets 3 white lights. Now, Jade Jacob is next from France, also on 90 kilos. And Graticus will also be on 90 kilos to follow her.
Start. Press. Rest.
And that looks good as well. Struggled to get it started. No, she gets yellows. It must be the butt, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, no arguments with that. Now, Leah Graticus, also from France, also on 90 kilos.
Pas de doute là-dessus. Hein. Un gros placement.
Start. Press. Right.
No, no, she missed it last time. She's missed it again this time. And the weight goes up to 92.5 kilos for Alice Mendini from Italy. And I'm just looking ahead, and what a battle we are going to have for the gold medal here in the bench press. A lifter on 100, 1 on 102.5, 2 on 105. But this is Mengini with 92.5 kilos. She's currently in 4th place.
Start.
No, that's just too heavy, I'm afraid. And that is a no lift from Mendini. And the bar goes up to 100 kilos for Janeka Brachmann from the Netherlands. Her PB is 100.5 kilos. She has done this before, and this is to move from bronze to silver medal position with, of course, 3 lifters to follow. This competition is going right down to the wire. The Dutch coach watches on. You can see the orange tracksuit in the background. Oh, that looks good. No, she loses it 2-1 again. She gets 2 yellows. Let's look at the replay. I would imagine the butt came up, because otherwise the press was yes. There you see it. And 102.5 kilos now on the bar for Anja Edelman. She missed this last time. If you remember, she pressed it quite easily, but she just didn't wait for the referee's command and got 2 yellows as a result. So we know the power is there. She just needs to hold it on the chest for slightly longer.
Start. Press. Right.
And that looks good. And it's 3 white lights, and Edelman goes into the lead in the bench press with 2 lifts to follow. She is guaranteed a medal. The colour will depend upon the outcome of the final 2 attempts at 105 kilos. First up is Emily Finnern from Germany. Well, she must make this lift. It's not about the gold medal, although she could get a gold medal. It is more about just staying in the competition, being able to make a total. And she must make this lift to stay in the competition. A possible gold medal might be a great bonus for her, but the priority is just survive. Here we go. Can she get it? Third time of asking.
Press. Right.
No, she can't. Oh, it's something you just don't like seeing and you hate commenting on. But she's opened too heavy
Follow it.
and she's not been able to get a lift in, and she cannot contend for medals. And there is one lifter remaining, and it is Ramberg Storstad from Norway. She is currently pushed into silver medal, and this to take gold. Edelman currently leads the Austrian with 102.5. This for bench press gold.
Start. Press. Right.
No, 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 it was too much. Well, after a quite dramatic bench press competition here in the 57s, the gold goes to Edelman from Austria with 102.5, the silver to Ramberg Storstad with 100, the bronze to Brugman from the Netherlands with 95, and we're into the second flight. I can say no more, although there is so much more to be said, particularly the German disappointment of it not registering a lift. But this is Jin Jones from Ireland getting the 63 kilo competition underway with an attempt of 67.5 kilos.
Start. Press. Right.
And that looks good. Yes, indeed, three white lights. And the bar goes up to 70 kilos for Victoria Backlund Isaksen from Denmark. She had a great squat. I think she was the happiest person to leave the platform, medal or no medal. And after her, we'll have three lifters all taking 72.5 as their opener.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks very good. And three white lights. And as I said, the bar goes up to 72.5 kilos for the next three lifters. First up will be Lucia Sanchez Capilla from Spain.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks good. Three white lights. And the bar remains the same, 72.5 for Justyna Jarek from Poland, and Amy Weiner from Great Britain will also tackle the same weight after the Polish lifter.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks like a good, comfortable opener for Jarek. And yes, three white lines. Amy Weiner, Great Britain, also 72.5.
Start. Press. Rack.
Oh, and that looks very solid. No, well, imagine the butt came up. There's no way we can see that from the angle we had. Let's watch back. The butt was coming up even on the way down. To be honest, it didn't really leave. Maybe it was for something else. I'm not sure, but it is a no lift nonetheless. Now, Sane van der Plug, 77.5 kilos on the bar for the Dutch lifter.
Start. Press. Rack.
That looks very good. And it gets a yellow, but it's good, 2-1. See the replay if we can see the reason for that. No, nothing too obvious. I wouldn't say the butt left. It moved slightly, but that's permitted within the rules. Perhaps it was for something else. Ludovindelos from France is next up. 80 kilos on the bar.
Start.
She's going to take the bar a long way down and put it a long way back. And she does it with ease. And it is 3 white lights for Delos. Malkova from Russia, 82.5 kilos. "21 years old. She's got another 2 years as a junior in which to develop. Her PB is 92.5. So this should be a safe opener for her.
Вперед, 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 вперед. Сама. Сама подбирай. Оп. Где?
Start. Press. Rack.
Oh, that's a great opener. 3 white lights. I always worry when I say that there's something that's not been obvious in the commentary position, but yeah, that is a great lift from Malkova. Now, Tara Piggott from Great Britain, 85 kilos on the bar. Personal best, 90 kilos. And she comes out smiling, chats to the platform crew, tells them how she'd like to take the bar. All the lifters have their own count or signal to tell the spotter when to take the bar.
Start. Press. Rack.
Oh, that looks good. No, she gets 2 yellows as well. Again, the butt must have come up, but I didn't see it from that angle. Can't think what else it might have been for. Now, Immaculada Soto Ruiz from Spain, 92.5 kilos on the bar. Everyone green so far, apart from the 2 British lifters, who both got 2 yellows.
Start. Press. Rack.
Again, that looks strong. And 3 white lights. Now, Alba Bostrom from Sweden is next.
Follow that.
And Alba, of course, is the historic name for Scotland. So this is Bostrom from Sweden, 97.5 kilos
Start.
on the bar.
Press. Rack.
Great press. 3 white lights.
Follow that.
And we have Sarah Naldi, 97.5 kilos. And then 2 lifters on 115. For reference, the world and European junior record is 133.
Piazzalo bene. Così. Tranquilla sarà.
Start.
Oh, it's a fight for Naldi, but she gets it. She doesn't. She locked it out, but she gets yellows. Now, did the butt come up there? It moved, but the rule says there must be daylight. And I think Naldi, if that was the reason she got it for, maybe she was a little bit unlucky. Now, this is Aleta, fresh from a fantastic bronze in the squat. She's taking 115 kilos for her opening bench press. Seen some great Hungarian bench pressers in the past. Can Aleta add her name to that list?
Start. Press. Rest.
Oh, that's a fabulous bench press. It got a yellow, and she's asking the referee what it was for. Was it for butt? Again, I'm not refereeing. I'm not in the perfect position, but didn't seem to lift off the bench. Now, Bernardi also 115 kilos. Only move her to second place because she is slightly heavier than the Hungarian lifter. But she has been so impressive today. And let's see how she handles her bench press opener.
Start. Press. Right.
No! Well, that is a surprise. And of course, she needs a bench press to ratify the new world record. She needs a bench press and a deadlift because you can only set a world record if you make a total. So at the end of the first round, with that little bit of drama, Aleta from Hungary leads with 115 kilos. Bostrom is second with 97.5. Soto Ruiz is third with 92.5. And now we're into the second round, and it's Jin Jones from Ireland. 72.5 kilos on the bar, a 5 kilo jump from her opening attempt.
Start. Press. Rest.
Oh, that's strong. 3 white lights, and I would suggest a little bit more there. Well, in terms of technique, that's how you bench press. Now, Victoria Backlund Isaacson having a very good day. She's taken 75 kilos. This will equal her personal best. And of course, she got a big PB in squat as well.
Start. Press. Right.
No, she just lost her position. She lost the tension in the body and had no base to press from. Just watch it go there. And now Sanchez Capilla taking 75 kilos along with Jarek and Weiner. 4 red lights in the first round. The 2 Italians and the 2 British lifters.
Start.
This is Sanchez Capilla.
Press.
She works it up. That looks good. And 3 white lights. Jarek with the same weight, 75 kilos.
Boys slow down. Boys go dead. Start. Press. Rack.
Yes, that looks like a good bench press. We'll wait for the referees though. Well, there was a yellow. Was that for butt? Yes, it was. But it was very early in the press. Wasn't as she was straining near the top. But she gets it 2-1, and this is Amy Weiner, who did not get her opener. Say both British lifters, both Italian lifters, with red lights against their name from the first round.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looked very good, but the referees say yes, they're happy this time. 3 white lights. And next we've got Sanne van der Plug, and she is taking 82.5 kilos. And there are shouts of, "Come on, Sanne," as she comes to the bench. This will put her into 4th place. Jump of 5 kilos from her opener. But remember, there are both lifters to follow and lifters who have yet to register a lift. But this is Van der Plug, 82.5.
Press. Rack.
Oh, that looked good. And the referees say yes, 2-1. One referee gives it for butt. Yeah. I thought I saw a hip movement right at the beginning of the press. She got away with one there, I think. This is Tara Piggott, Great Britain, who didn't get away with one last time. Although from my angle, I couldn't see much wrong with it, which is not to dispute the referees, just that I can't offer an explanation of why it was given. But certainly the weight itself wasn't a problem for Piggott, so hopefully she can put it right this time.
Start. Press. Rack.
Well, once again, the press is good, and the referees say 3 white lights this time. And she punches the air with relief as she leaves the platform. And next we have Ludovindelos from France, 85 kilos.
Start. Press. Rack.
And that looks good. Strong, steady press all the way up. Again, she got a yellow, but it's good. 2-1. A lot of yellow lights been given in this session. And, Any butt movement was marginal and certainly didn't see daylight. But perhaps the referees do from their angle. We can only go by a camera that approximates the referee's view. Now, Malkova, she's gone up 5 to 87.5 kilos. Still 5 kilos below her personal best.
Вперед, 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 вперед. Сама включайся, сама. Жди.
Start.
Ровно.
Best. Right.
No. No, that never really got moving. And the bar goes up to 95 kilos now for Soto Ruiz from España. And the drama is building because Naldi will follow the Spaniard.
Start. Best.
Oh, that looks good. That looks strong. She smiles and she gets 3 white lights. Well, here we go. This is Sara Naldi, Italy. She missed her opener, pressed it quite easily, but got yellows. Can she put it right this time? 1 of 4 to miss her opener. The first 2 have got it. The second time round, can Naldi be the third?
Start.
Start command.
Right.
Oh, well, it looked good last time. Looks good again. And this time, it's 3 white lights for Sara Naldi. And there are all sorts of permutations now, which I am not even going to go near for at least 15 minutes. In the meantime, it's Alba Bostrom from Sweden, 102.5 kilos on the bar. This to take her from third to second place, with, of course, lifters to follow. It could push her back down into third.
Start. Best. Right.
Oh, great bench press. Well, it's a great bench press that only gets 2 white lights, but that's good enough. Well, did it come off the bench? My gut reaction is no. Now, this is the drama of the competition right here. Kiara Bernardi, Italy, 115 kilos on the bar. She didn't get close to it first time. She is the squat world record holder. She was anyway, but she's increased the record. But that record will only stand if she gets a squat and a deadlift in. Plus, of course, she wants to be the European champion. So this is a must. Otherwise, she's under huge pressure next time.
Start.
Here we go.
Press. Right.
No! Oh, dear, dear. And I have to say, it just looks too heavy. Now, we've seen this before with lifters with 2 lifts, and they come out and smash it in the third. And Naldi has got to do that, or she has gone. But in the meantime, this is Aleta from Hungary, and this is 120 kilos. And she looked so strong on the 115. Oh, she's working it.
Rest.
And she takes it to lockout. Wait for the referees, and it's 3 white lights for Aleta. And I think she has won herself the gold medal in bench press right there, because nobody is going to come near her. And she battled that all the way up. What a competition in so many different ways. And there is 1 round to go. And the bar will go back to 75 kilos for Isaacson from Denmark. She missed it last time, having been successful with 70.
Start.
This would equal her personal best.
Rest.
Oh, much better. Should be good. 2-1. She got a yellow. Let's look at it again. Well, the yellow couldn't have been for butt. Must have been for something else. Did a heel perhaps on the right foot come slightly off the ground? This is Jin Jones from Ireland. 75 kilos for her as well. And this will be a big personal best. She came in with a PB of 70. She did 72.5 in the second round. This to put another 2.5 kilos on her PB, and you'll see a celebration if she gets it of that, I'm sure.
Start.
Strong at 72.5.
Rest.
Is she strong at 75? Yes, she is. Oh, that's a great lift from Jones. Wait for the referees. It's 3 white lights. And there is the celebration. Battled all the way.
Boys loaded.
Now Sanchez Capilla from Spain, one of 2 lifters on 77.5 kilos. And the tension and the drama builds with each lift. And the drama, of course, is all about Bernardi.
Start. Rest. Right.
No, it's not going anywhere, I'm afraid. 75 was her limit. 77.5 was just too far. Now, Justyna Jarek from Poland, also on 77.5. She just made 2.5 kilo jumps, opened in 72.5, 75-second lift, as you can see, and now she attempts 77.5. Out of the medals, but she's not here for a medal. She's here about her own performance levels.
Start. Rest.
No, that is not moving. And similarly to the Spanish lifter, the extra 2.5 kilos proved just too much. Now, Amy Weiner, she missed 72.5 with her opener. She actually put the bar up to 75 for her second, got that, and now she's taking 80 kilos for her third. Her PB is 77.5, so this would be a new personal best.
Start. Rest. Rest.
Oh, that looks good. See what the referees say. Yes, 3 white lights and a new PB for Weiner. Now, Sanne van der Plug from the Netherlands, 85 kilos on the bar. This will equal her personal best. 85 kilos.
Press. Right.
No, no, just not there today. And she finishes with a best of 82.5. And now Malkova from Russia is taking 87.5. She jumped from 82.5 to 87.5 in the second round, missed it, and is coming back to try the same weight again.
Оп. Вперед, 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 вперед. Сама. Подбирай. Старт. Готовьте. Press.
Oh, it's better than the last time, but she just couldn't bring it to lockout. And that is a no lift for Malkova. Now, Ludovindelos from France, 87.5 kilos on the bar. She's been good with 80 and 85. 85 equaled her PB. This for a new personal best. And fifth place in a very, very stacked bench press competition.
Start. Press. Allez! Allez!
She's working it, she's fighting. No, just couldn't finish it. Brave attempt, but no lift. Now, Tara Piggott, Great Britain, she's taken the weight up to 90 kilos. Mr. Opener with 85 took it again, and this will push her from 6th to 5th place.
Start. Press. Rest.
Well, it looks good, but was there something we didn't see? Well, there was, but she gets it 2-1. Good lift. See if the buttocks came up. And I think they did, you know. It's difficult from this angle. Such marginal decisions in top level sport. Now, Soto Ruiz from Spain is taking 97.5 kilos. Her PB coming in was 87.5. She was good with 92.5 and 95. And this will move her into a medal position with lifters to follow who could push her back down, remember. But she is having a fantastic day on the bench press.
Start.
This to add 10 kilos to her personal best. And it's going, and she's got it. And that looks good to me. And it looks good to the referees. 3 white lights. And there is joy as she moves into bronze medal position in bench press. But the drama is far from over, only just starting. Sara Naldi, Italy, Mr. Opener, got it second time. She's now taking 100 kilos, and this would move her into third position. and moves Soto Ruiz out of the bench medals.
Start. Press.
Right at Scamo.
Rest.
And that looks good. Wait for the referees. No! All three gave yellows. Now, I suspect that might have been beating the command. Watch how quickly she presses it. See, I don't think she got the press command there. I couldn't hear the referee, um, but certainly the butt didn't come up. But Naldi is in the competition, and this is Bostrom, and she is ranked second. She is guaranteed a medal. Just to let you know, Aleta will not be taking a third lift.
Press.
No, couldn't maintain position, and that is a no lift. And there is one lift left, and I don't think I need to spell it out for most people, but I will anyway. Kiara Bernardi broke the world squat record. She needs at least one bench press and at least one deadlift to ratify that record. She opened at 115 kilos. She missed it twice. She has one more opportunity to stay in the competition. And make no mistake, she wants to be the European champion as well as the world record holder. All that depends on her success with this third and final bench press attempt.
Start. Press.
No, no, no. I don't think the touch was good. I don't know. Perhaps she even beat the command. She couldn't press it, and oh, it is a disaster for Bernardi. I feel so sorry for her. Um, Sport normally we see triumph, we see joy. We've just seen the other side of sport there, the abject misery of setting a world record, being the favourite for the European title, and then losing everything. What it does mean, of course, is that Sarah Naldi now becomes the new squat world record holder if she makes a deadlift. And on that note, we'll go to a very short break. Please join us again for the deadlift. and welcome back to an exciting and dramatic morning's lifting in Vasteras at the 2021 European Classic Powerlifting Championships. We promised you drama and excitement. We didn't have in mind what you just saw in the bench press. You join us just as the deadlift is about to start. If you've been with us before, you will know the situation. If you're just joining us, let me tell you that we have two classes going back to back, junior women's 57 and 63. The first up will be the junior 57s. All the drama has really been in the 63s, where the favourite and the new world record holder Bernardi was not able to get a squat in, and she exits the competition, as sadly did Finnern from Germany, both opening on a heavy bench press that they had three attempts at and could not make. But more of that later. This is Zoe Coyne from Belgium. Her opening attempt, 120 kilos.
Down.
And that looks good. And now Mia Margaret Ramberg Storstad, to give her her full title, will come out with 130 kilos on the bar.
Loaded. Down.
Looks good. She got a silver medal in the bench for the 100 kilos and starts her deadlift campaign with three white lights. Now Ekaterina Nazarova from Russia will open on 140 kilos. As I said earlier, we seem to have been following her forever. She's only 21, but we've seen virtually her whole sub junior career on live stream, and she still has 2 more years as a junior.
Down.
And that looks good. And three white lights. Now Emily Finnern from Germany. Very unfortunately, as I said, she was the heaviest opener on the bench, but wasn't able to get one in. She can't stay in the competition, but she can contend for deadlift medals. And that's what she is starting to do with this opening attempt of 145 kilos. She has another 2 years as a junior.
Down.
That's good, and she'll be back next year, a year older, a year stronger. Great deadlift. And the bar goes up to 147.5 kilos for Edelman from Austria, the gold medalist in the bench with 102.5 kilos.
Down.
And a nice, easy deadlift. Been really impressed with Edelman today. She's lifted really well. Not just the weight she's moved, but the way she's moved them. Really good technique. Now, Leah Graticus from France, 152.5 kilos on the bar. Next two lifters will be in 155. They're all quite closely bunched. apart from Jacob.
Belle mise en tension. Bon, allez, présente. Down.
That looks good. And 3 white lights. And just for reference, the world and European junior record is 188 kilos in deadlift and 444.5 in total. This is Alice Mendini from Italy, and she opens with 155 kilos.
Vai, seu par de bate. Down.
That looks good. And it'll still be 155 kilos. We've had the screen change for a moment. I'll go back to my other screen. Yeah, we're back, and this is Brachmann from the Netherlands, Janeka Brachmann, 155 kilos.
Come on. Down.
And that looks good. And 3 white lights for Brachmann. Rachel Mower, from Great Britain, 160 kilos. She is the second last lifter out, only 2.5 kilos below her personal best. And can she do what a lot of big deadlifters do, come from nowhere to the podium over the course of the deadlift competition? Well, she's looked at the referees. No, she got it to the top. She just couldn't hold it long enough to hear the down command. If you froze it for a millisecond, it would have been there, but it has to be held until the referee says down. And this is Jade Jacob from France, 170 kilos on the bar. She attempted and just missed a squat world record. It's her own record earlier today. I wonder how close she can get to the deadlift record.
Down.
Oh, that was so easy. Well, Jacob's PB is actually 190, which is 2 kilos more than the world record. But of course, you can only set an a world record at an international event. And at the end of the first round, Jacob leads with a really, really easy 170 kilos. Mengini is second on 155. Brugman third, also 155, but at a slightly heavier body weight. And we move into the second round. And we have Zoe Coyne from Belgium again, and she's taken it up to 130 kilos, which, if successful, will be a new personal best.
Down.
And that looks good. She'll be pleased with that. 3 white lights. And Ramberg Storstad will be next. And the bar will be 140 kilos. As you can see, her PB is 142.5. She's getting very close to it in the second round.
Kort och sträck ut. Och sträck där bak. Down.
That looks good. She looks anxiously at the lights, but no need to be anxious. They're all white.
Follow it.
Follow that.
Now Emily Finnern from Germany taking 150 kilos. And I can tell you that with that opening deadlift, Jade Jacob has gone to the top of the best scoring points with two deadlifts in hand. Using the double overhand hook grip.
Down.
And that looks good. That grip becoming increasingly popular.
Follow it.
And next we have Nazarova, 150 kilos on the bar for the young Russian.
Опереться ножки. Давайте терпим смело.
No, just wouldn't move for her. And that's often the case with the sumo deadlift. I've never done it, but people say it's harder to get moving off the floor, but once you get it moving, it's easier to lock it out. Now this is Anja Edelmann from Austria. It'll move her from sixth to third position in deadlift, but more importantly, she is in second place overall.
Down.
And that's another good lift. Only Jade Jacob is ahead of the Austrian, who has performed fantastically well today. Now, Rachel Moore, she's taking 160 again. Well, she got it to the top, but just whether it was rebound or whether she couldn't hold it there, she's just got to do the same again and hold it for a second longer until she gets the down command. No, no, and she stamps the floor with frustration. This time it came out of the right hand. Watch the right hand go. Look, it just couldn't hold on to it.
Follow it.
And she has one more attempt. This is Alice Mendini, Italy, 162.5 kilos. And that is just too heavy. I can tell you Jacob has gone straight for the record. With her second attempt, she's posted 188.5. Now, this is Leah Graticus from France. Successful with 152. She's put another 10 kilos on the bar. It would move her into silver medal position in the deadlift with lifters plus a round to follow.
On va faire pression le placement. Allez, puis allez, on démarre, on fixe. Down.
Oh, that looks good. And now we have Janeka Brachmann from the Netherlands, 165 kilos on the bar. Her PB 162.5. She needs a personal best to move into second position behind Jacob. And here she comes. Looks really fired up. This to move from bronze to silver medal position with one round remaining. And it will be the most she has ever lifted in competition. Oh, that looks good. And 3 white lights for Brachmann. She moves into silver medal position. But the gold medalist is so far Jade Jacob. She has gone 188.5. And this will be a new world record if she succeeds. As I said, her own PB is 190. It would have been set in national or regional competition, not international, so it doesn't count as a world record. And what we can say is, although 188.5 will be a new world record, it is a weight she has done before. And she must feel confident. She's gone straight to it with her second attempt, not even waited for her third. She is already leading the junior women's IPF points. This will put her even further ahead in the quest to be best junior woman lifter. 188.5 for a new world record. Oh, have you ever seen such an easy world record? 3 white lights. How impressive was that? And at the end of the second round, I'm looking at the totals as well. Well, the world total junior record's 444.5. Um, Jacob is at 441. She needs to add 4 kilos. If she goes 192.5 with her next deadlift, she will set a new world junior total record as well. But that's for the future. This is Zoe Coyne from Belgium. She's doing well by her own standards. Already got a PB in the second round. This is to add another 5 kilos. Oh, she's fighting. She's managed to lock that out somehow. What did the referees say? It's 3 white lights and a fantastic performance by the Belgian lifter. Look at that fight. 9 times out of 10, you would see the bar go back down, but she just fought and fought and fought and took it all the way to the top. Now, Mia Margaret Ramberg Storstad, for the final time today, is taking 147.5, PB 142.5. It's a big jump for her. She's jumped 10 from first to second, another 7.5 from second to third. And she's managed to lock it out as well. 2 white lights. It's a good lift. One of the referees didn't think it was fully locked. And maybe, on the right side. But Emily Finnern from Germany, her final attempt, 155 kilos, which will equal her personal best. Quite subdued as she comes out, that of course, because she didn't get a bench in, where she might have got the gold medal in bench, but instead she can't make a total. And using the hook grip. Oh, what a fight to get that to the top. She looks at the scoreboard and sees 3 white lights. and the weight goes up to 155 kilos, and it's Nazarova next now. The last time she literally didn't get the bar moving off the floor, and yet she's put the weight up by 5 kilos. And she looks far more fired up this time than she did last time. But the result is the same. No lift. Now, Rachel Moore. This is the last chance saloon for Rachel. She's had the measure of this weight twice. But first time she just couldn't hold it at the top. Second time it came out of her right hand. This time she's going to squeeze those hands, fight it all the way to the top, and hold it until she gets the down command. No, 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 and such a sad ending for Rachel. That is a no lift. Nearly, it's just so close, and you can see the frustration evident. But this is Edelman from Austria, PB 155, on the bar 160. She's been pushed down to third in total. This would put her back into silver medal position, just outside the deadlift medals, but it's the total podium she's looking for. Oh boy, has she lifted well today. And that is 3 white lights for Edelman, and she raises her hands in triumph. She has done all she can. Now she has to sit and wait to see if anyone comes past her. Alice Mendini from Italy, 162.5 kilos in the bar. Mengini won't threaten her. The threat comes from elsewhere. And no, that's a no lift. And next up is Leah Graticus from France, 165. 2 lifters to go, and then we are into the 63s. And I can tell you we were working out what Jacob needed to get the world junior total record as well as the deadlift record. And she's just ignored all that, and she has gone for 200. She might yet change it. Lifters in the third round have the opportunity to make 2 changes, but if she feels 200 kilos is in her, then why not? But this is Graticus. She's just off the podium overall, but this will take her from bronze to silver in deadlift. Really battling with Brachmann for the deadlift silver. This to put her ahead. Oh, that's good. And that is 3 white lights. Now Brachmann has 170 on the bar, and this would put her from third to second. I wonder will she go down to 167 and a half? No, it looks like she's staying on 170. Oh, she wants to go into second place in total as well, of course. This pushes the Austrian down to third, as well as giving her silver medal in deadlift. Big, big lift coming up for Brachmann. This is to be the European Junior silver medalist with only Jacobs ahead of her. Big, big lift in her career, and it's going, she's pulling, she refuses to give up, and she locks it out, and we have to wait for the referees. And they say it's a good lift. 3 white lights, and Brachmann takes total silver. What a fantastic fight. Look at her. Just fighting and fighting and fighting and getting it. And you can see the coach Piotr celebrating in the background. And one final lift. But what a lift. This is a Jade Jacob from France, and this is for a new world deadlift record. She will smash the world junior deadlift record, but it's also for a new world total record. 200 kilos for a 57-kilo junior lifter. It's going. Oh, she's locked it out. She's locked out 200 kilos. Can you believe it? It is 3 white lights. That is amazing. I thought at the start of that lift it wasn't going to move off the floor, but once it moved, it accelerated. What a fantastic lift. And what a fantastic performance by Jade Jacob. Well, just to summarize, Jacob wins everything. It's a new world record deadlift. It's a new world record total. Brachmann uh, with 405 takes the silver, and also with 170 takes silver in deadlift. Edelman with 402 and a half takes the overall bronze. Graticus from France with 165 takes the bronze in deadlift. What a spectacular performance the 57-kilo women have put on. And this is Malkova from Russia in the 63s. We have no time even to catch breath. That is the first lift in the 63s. It's a good lift. And I think we just all need to calm down slightly and let the first round of 63's deadlift unfold. But oh, how impressive was that lift from Jacob? The world record coming in was 188, and she ended up making 200 look, if not like an opener, then certainly a second lift. But this is Jarek from Poland. 135. That looks good. And 3 white lines. Isaacson from Denmark will be up next. 140 kilos. Hope you're enjoying this at home. If you have the opportunity to watch it live, and you know people in work who are not able to take that opportunity, please tell them to go on the Euro Powerlifting YouTube channel and watch this session back, because it has had everything you would want in powerlifting. And that's good from Isaacson. 3 white lines. And Jin Jones from Ireland will be next with 147.5 kilos. And you can hear the cheers for Jones in the background as she walks out. That's a good lift. And next up will be Van der Plug from the Netherlands. PB is 167.5, so she's opening 12.5 kilos below that. And I have to say, Piotr van der Hurk is putting in a real shift as a coach. He's coached every Dutch lifter we've seen on the platform so far.
Uitsluiten. Down.
And that looks good.
Turn the ball.
And three white lights.
Ball is loaded. Ball loaded.
Tara Piggott from Great Britain will be next up. And she will take 155 kilos.
Down.
And that looks good. And she gets a blue from the center referee. Let's have a look at that. Well, that would have been for downward movement, and if there was any, it was marginal, and neither of the sides picks it up. Now, Lucia Sanchez Capilla from Spain, 160 kilos.
Down.
And that looks good. And three white lights. And just for reference, the world junior record in deadlift is 210 kilos in the 63 kilo class. Now, Aleta from Hungary, the gold medalist in bench press. She didn't even have to take a third lift. She went 115, 120, and then thought, I'm going to have a rest. And she comes back with a deadlift of 167.5 to open. We've now been going just over 3 hours, and the time has flown by.
Down.
And then that looks good. Three white lights. Been very impressive today, Aleta. Now Delos from France.
Ball is loaded.
Next up, 172.5 kilos. 12.5 kilos below her personal best.
Wat was dan?
No. Well, I think she needs to get a bit more fired up before she comes out for that again. The deadlift, of course, can be as much a mental lift as a physical one. You have to really want it. And if you come out for an opener thinking, oh, this is going to be easy, often it is anything but. And this is Alba Bostrom from Sweden. 182.5 kilos in the bar, just over the magic 400 pounds.
Down.
And that looks good. Three white lights. And next up we've got Soto Ruiz, the second Spanish lifter in this flight. And she's taking 185. Amy Weiner from Great Britain will open on the same number immediately after her. Inmaculada Soto Ruiz, España, 185.
Arriba. Vámonos, bloquea.
Down.
And that looks good. She looks anxiously at the scoreboard. There is no reason to be anxious. Three white lights.
Ball loaded.
And next, Amy Viner, Great Britain, on the same weight. And she's slightly heavier than the Spanish lift. This will put her into second place with two lifters to follow, and they will be the two Italians, Oh, she made that look easy. Again, she looks anxiously at the screen, but it's three white lights for Weiner. Now the two Italians, Sara Naldi up next. Now, because of the way the rules work, if Naldi makes this lift, she becomes the world squat record holder. And she does it with ease. And having, well, she only gets it 2-1. She got a yellow from one of the referees. Not sure quite what that was for. But she is good, and she is now the squat world record holder. She broke it. She held it for about 90 seconds. This lifter came and took it away from her, but then did not make a bench press. And Bernardi is opening within 10 kilos of the world junior record, which of course she cannot set without me belabouring the point. But of course she can contend for a deadlift medal. That's good, and she will get the squat gold medal, of course. And that is three white lights. And we have 2 rounds of deadlifts to go before the end of competition on this dramatic fourth morning of the championship and second morning of junior competition. And at the end of the first round, Bernardi leads the competition from Naldi with a tie for third place. Soto Ruiz leading on bodyweight from Weiner. And this is Malkova, second round. And everyone is good apart from Delos. And that is three white lights for the Russian lifter. Now Jarek from Poland, having a good day, putting 7.5 kilos on the bar, taking it up to 142.5. And just as I say, she's having a good day. The bar stays glued to the floor. And it is a no lift. And next up will be Victoria Backlund Isaksen from Denmark, 150 kilos on the bar. And that looks good. She smiles and she gets three white lights. And that was only 2.5 kilos short of her personal best. So if she puts another 5 on the bar next time and makes it, she'll lead with a deadlift PB. This is Jane Jones from Ireland, 157.5. As you saw, her PB is 155, so this will be a new personal best. Oh, what a fight. And we wait for the referees. And 2 of the 3 of them said it was not locked out. And just watch the shoulders and ask yourself, did they go fully back? Didn't come down. But I think the referees are saying The shoulders need to be retracted slightly further. Sanne van der Plug, her second attempt is 162.5. 5 kilos short of her personal best in the second round.
Down.
And that looks good. She looks so anxiously at the scoreboard, but again, there's no need. It's 3 white lights. And Tara Piggott, Great Britain, 165 kilos on the bar. This would equal her personal best. She got a yellow from one of the referees last time, but she was fine with 2 white lights. Wonder if she found out what the problem was and is able to put that right this time.
Down.
Looks good. 3 white lights this time. And Lucia Sanchez Capilla will be up next, 167.5 kilos for her. And the PB is 160, which she equaled with her opener. So a big personal best for Sanchez Capilla if she can make this lift. I thought she had it, and it just went at the top. What a shame. Oh, she's got the strength. Hopefully, she'll come back and do that next time. And in many ways, this is the biggest lift of the round because this is Delos from France. She missed her opener. She didn't even get it moving, if you remember. Her PB is 185. She came in 12.5 kilos below. I'm hoping she just made the mistake of thinking it's easy. She'll apply herself this time and she'll rip it up. And then everyone will be on the board. Here we go.
Down.
And as I said, deadlifting is as much a mental as a physical challenge, and if ever proof was needed, the proof is there for all to see. That is 3 white lights for a weight that she couldn't move off the floor last time. Now, Aleta from Hungary, 177.5 kilos on the bar, only 2.5 kilos short of her personal best.
Follow that. Down.
And that looks good. And 3 white lights. And can anyone come past her now for silver? It will take one heck of a jump. And this is Alba Bostrom, 187.5. This would put her from fourth to third place.
Hela vägen nu. Kom igen. Hård, 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 hård.
And she's fighting and she's fighting, but to no avail. and she will not get on the platform unless she can do that next time. It was a brave, brave attempt, and she smiles. And next up we have Soto Ruiz from Spain. This will move her into second place in deadlift. She is third in total.
Aprieta! ¡Vámonos! ¡Sigue, sigue, sigue! ¡Bloquea! ¡Quieta!
And that is a good lift. And it protects her third place. She's not safe yet in third. If Bostrom comes back and makes that lift next time that she failed last time, she could still do it. But it is so close, and of course Bostrom will have the whole crowd behind her. The battle for bronze will go on and on. This is Sara Naldi, 195 kilos. Oh, that's easy. And I can tell you, Naldi was in second place in the best points even before that deadlift. Jacob leads. Naldi is now second. And Aleta, the Hungarian, is in third place. And this is Amy Weiner. This to move into bronze medal position in deadlift with one round to go. This is 195 kilos. It's a new personal best if she gets it. That looks good. And it is 3 white lights. And Weiner, with a 5 kilo personal best, has moved into a medal position in the deadlift. And now we have Kiara Bernardi, 210 kilos on the bar. It equals the world record. I'm not going to go on about the problems she's had anymore. This will guarantee her gold medal in deadlift. And she'll get some satisfaction, particularly if she comes back and goes heavier in the third round. And that looks good. And that is 3 white lights for Bernardi. And that is the gold medalist in deadlift right there. If only. So Bernardi leads the deadlift with 210. Naldi second. We have Weiner second with 195. Naldi third with 195. In totals, Naldi 476, Aleta 465, Soto Ruiz 447.5, and Bostrom 440. But she will have a pull to put herself on the podium in Sweden in front of a Swedish crowd, all to play for. One more round of deadlifts in this most compelling morning's competition. This is Malkova, 142.5 kilos, just below her personal best.
Пойдет тебе спокойно.
That looks good. It was never easy. She had to work all the way through it, but she did what needed to be done. And now Jarek, well, she missed 142.5, couldn't get it moving off the floor. It's a final lift of the European Championships. She's got 3 more years as a junior in which to develop. She's only 20 years of age. Can she bring one last effort to the platform? Get it moving, fight it through. Oh yes. Great lift from Jarek. 3 white lights, and she finishes in style. Now Jane Jones from Ireland, 157.5 kilos on the bar. She missed it last time. It was for a PB. Can she do it this time? Just a reminder, if you're not familiar with the rules, that in third round deadlifts the bar is clean between each attempt, and that's why it's taking the lifters slightly longer to follow each other. But it just builds up the drama that little bit more, doesn't it? Now, can Jones get her personal best with her final attempt? It's going, it's moving. No, no, not today. She's had a good competition, but that was just a little bit too far. Now, Isaacson. And they've all given us a great competition. Not everyone can medal, but it needs them all to make the competition what it is. And Isaacson's had a good day by her own standards. Her PB coming in was 152.5. This to beat it by 7.5 kilos. This is 160, and if she can get this, you will see a huge smile and a big celebration. It's moving. No, just too heavy. She smiles anyway. She thinks, oh well, at least I gave it a go. Nothing to lose. And next up we have Lucia Sanchez Capilla coming out for her third and final attempt. She missed 167.5 last time round, and she is making one more attempt at that weight. And she looks confident and she looks relaxed. This for a big personal best. Oh, she's locked it out. And no, two of the referees said downward movement. Watch it again. Just keep a close eye on the bar in the background. So close. Now, Sane van der Plug. 170 kilos on the bar, so as you can see, it will be a personal best. She's 2 from 2 at the moment. Out of the medals, but nonetheless, she's performed really, really well. And she's locked it out, and we wait for the referees. And she gets it 2-1. One of the referees called it for resting on the thighs. My argument, and who am I to argue, but my argument is if it's moving, it can't be resting. But she gets the lift 2-1. And this is Tara Piggott, Great Britain. 172.5. This will be a big PB as well. She equaled her personal best in the second round with 165. This is for 7.5 kilos more.
Let's go.
Oh, and it just won't go. that last part of the journey, and it's a no lift for Piggott. Now, Ludovindelos from France gave us a little bit of a fright with her opener, came back second time and got it, no problem at all, and has added another 5 kilos to the bar. She's ranked fifth in total and just outside the medals in deadlift. As you can see, this would move her from seventh to sixth. She's had a great competition, bearing in mind who she's up against, but just outside the medals. I say outside the medals, that's overall medals. She did get a bronze medal in squat, remember. And it's going, and that looks good. And 3 white lights with which to finish her competition. Now, Aleta from Hungary, 190 kilos on the bar. And this would put her into the lead overall. We've been focused on Naldi all day, but Aleta has been keeping in close contact. She beat her on bench press, kept in touch in squat, and now this lift of 190 kilos will take her to 477.5. Naldi is currently on 476, with a lift to come, of course. They'll be glued to their screens in Hungary. They'll be cheering her on. And it is just too much. She is pretty safe in silver. She put what she had to put on the bar to give it a go, but it was just too much. And Naldi is safe. Meanwhile, this is Alba Bostrom from Sweden. Her PB is 195.5, Swedish record holder. This is 192.5. This to put her on the podium. This to overtake Soto Ruiz, who still has a lift to go. This for 450 for a 2.5 kilo lead in total. And it's going. Can she lock it? She's fighting. Oh, and she just can't do it. And she smiles and she knows she's done the best she possibly can. And she has to settle for fourth place overall. And Immaculada Soto Ruiz comes out next, and she has 195 kilos on the bar. This will move her into silver medal position in deadlift. She is, I think I'm safe in saying, safe in third place overall. So this is for potentially deadlift silver, but there are two lifters to follow who could take that away. And that looks good. She's done all she can. And on this fantastic morning of lifting, although it's now well into the afternoon, of course, we have 3 more lifts. Sara Naldi, the champion. This will put her to 480 kilos. Also put her into silver medal position in deadlift. Oh, that looks easy. And the Italian coach is on his knees with his hands in the air. And now he lifts him up. And of course, that's a lightweight for her after what she's been lifting today. What a fantastic performance by Sara Naldi. And we have two to go. And next up, we have Amy Weiner from Great Britain. She is slightly heavier than Naldi, but this would get her a deadlift medal. It would take her from fourth to third
Oh, what's that say? Keep pushing. Let's see it.
and get her into fifth place overall. She's just composing
Stay
herself.
with it, Amy.
This for a deadlift medal on one of the biggest stages in powerlifting. Can she pull
Let's go!
a huge personal best? No. Oh, she got it going so well, but she couldn't finish it off. And then there is one lift, and it's Kiara Bernardi lifting 5 kilos more than the existing world record. But of course, it cannot be a world record. But nonetheless, she is focused. She wants to show what could have been had the bench not gone so wrong.
Che dietro, vai dietro, vai dietro.
Oh, wow, she's locked that out as well. Three white lights, and I don't want to belabor the point, but what could have been for Bernardi if she'd got a bench in? She was the best squatter, she was the best deadlifter, she opened heavier than the ultimate champion finished on bench press, but she could not get a lift in. If only she had opened 10 kilos lighter, then the scoreboard we're looking at may have been very different, but it is not. And I can tell you that with a total of 483.5 kilos, including a world record squat, the winner is Sara Naldi from Italy. The bronze goes to Aleta from Hungary with a magnificent performance and a 4.65 total. And the bronze goes to Soto Ruiz from Spain with 450 kilos. In the deadlift, Bernardi takes gold with 215 kilos. Naldi takes silver with 202.5 kilos. And Soto Ruiz takes the bronze with 195 kilos. What a competition we have just seen. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. We will bring you the uh, medal ceremony, the victory ceremony, very, very shortly. Please stay with us for that. As far as the rest of today's coverage goes, we'll take a short break from the commentary booth as the time comes up towards 13:40. We will be back with you at 1500 hours for the junior women's 69 kilo class. We had so many entries in this group, in this class rather, that it's split into two groups, and that will start at 1500 hours this afternoon. The evening session starts at 18:30. It is the junior women's 76 kilo class. We have some fantastic lifting lined up for you later today. I'll say goodbye from the commentary booth until 3 o'clock Swedish time, but please stay with us for the victory ceremony. But for me, Martin Flett, bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of France. Kiara Bernardi. Thank you. For Medalist, bronze medal goes to Spain, Soto Ruiz, 97.5. Silver goes to Sweden, Alba Bostrom, 102.5. And gold goes to Hungary, Lucia, 120. Thank you. And for Ludovindelos, bronze medal goes to Spain, Soto Ruiz, 195. Silver goes to Italy, Bernardi, 205. The gold goes to Italy, Kiara Bernardi, 215. Thank you. Bronze medal goes to Spain, Soto Ruiz, 450. Silver